Alright, so there's been a lot of talk with Oko and how he's overpowered and everything. One thing about Oko, I mean, I started messing around with the Solte Oko. Of course, bought the pre-built deck, Oko the Trickster, for the physical cards, and because I like that they give you the arena. So I don't know what the big deal is personally. I mean, I understand Lake of the Dead or Land of the Dead. I've used to play back in the Ice Age in the early days of Magic land destruction, and I understand the banning of Land of the Dead because of the ability to not just easily kill that land. Oko, however, I hate when people instead of trying to find a solution to a problem, they sit there and they complain about a certain card. There are a multitude of different ways to deal with Oko. I think a lot of times people, they get a deck idea and that, they don't want to have to try to counter. But I mean, Planeswalkers, majority of my decks have Planeswalkers in them. Whether it be Chandra, whether it be Sorin, I don't think I've played a lot of decks that people don't have Planeswalkers, and I've seen when I play how much a Planeswalker can change the tide in a game, getting that at the right clutch moment, so to speak. So I don't understand people that don't build decks that can deal with Planeswalkers. So the Solte, great combination. I was playing yesterday, I saw a green, white, and blue deck. Might have to try to make that into an Oko deck. So the deck I'm going to play with today is this one right here. Not much to it. Duress, Inquisitive Puppets, some Gilded Gooses. Try to get that early. And Vraska, or Remnants. This is not the Vraska I wanted, but this is the one I have, so I just threw that in there. And of course you got your Dreadhorde Invasion. Now, besides the spells that target and kill Planeswalkers, there's a lot of board wipes that will take care of everything. Planar Cleansing, great white card. Murderous Rider, 2 life, destroy target creature or Planeswalker for 3 mana. So if you're playing a black deck, okay, turn 3, they bring out Oko. Well, guess what? You have this in your hand. Turn 3, you kill Oko. Alright, you got a food token. Wow. That's all they got. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to deal with this. So I don't understand why people are having such a shit fit over Oko. My favorite combo right now, add in Spark Double. You can have 2 Okos on the field at a time. There's been a couple times I played this, and turn 4 or 5, I bring out Spark Double, and then there's 2 Okos, which means I can create a food token, and I can create a 3/3 creature. Or I just create your creatures into 3/3. So, fun deck to play. I typically try to have, whenever I play decks, I try to have it so that, I don't just give it easy. I like to play it out. I mean, if you sit there and you give in, you see, oh man, there's 2 Okos, or even if there's 1 Oko, well, play it out. I mean, if someone wants to play Oko, even if they're gonna beat you, let them draw it out. See if you can figure out what they're doing with it. It's like this annoying guy. Oh, by the way, another card that can take care of a Planeswalker. look, there's a 3 drop green creature that could kill an Oko. And, you know, the other problem with complaining about a certain card is, well, hey, questing beast. Oh, I don't think that a 4/4 and a 4 turn that's death touch and haste should be allowed. Like, why should it? You know, so that's the problem with people sitting there saying, oh, Oko's overpowered, oh, Oko, oh. And yet there's cards like Questing Beast. So when does it stop? This is the problem. So right there, Questing Beast. So knock off the complaining about Oko. I mean, really? You know, when there's other cards out there that, you know, 4 turns, 4/4. How many other colors are there out there that can deal with a Questing Beast that quick? And again, I don't want this to become, oh, there's a card that a bunch of people think is, oh, powerful. Oh, let's get rid of it. Oh, let's restrict it. Oh, let's... You know, I think this set was really well balanced. They each color has their draw. You know, the problem is people don't want to try to figure out strategies to deal with it. This is probably going to be a fairy deck, I'm thinking.
Your new look is enchanting.
The thing about Oko Decks is if you don't get the right mana, you don't get them out early enough. As you can see, there's this red-blue deck has a lot of different things that are handling my creatures and are handling anything I'm throwing. So, that's the big, you have to have that perfect storm. There you go. Electro Dominance, knock them down, attack. I mean, I don't really get the big deal about Oko. Again, figure a strategy out. Play your spells intelligently. Don't just sit there and flop pieces of paper down on the ground and think, oh. Again, play your spells. I think sometimes people play their spells too quick. Instead of waiting for that right, and I've done it with Murderous Rider, you're like, oh, I'm going to go kill this guy's creature. He got an early creature out, 2/2, and then, 3 or 4 turns later, you're like, shit.
Only a fool. If you see an assassin coming for you, that's a bad assassin.
So, I mean, I really honestly don't get the big deal.
Fighting here is more fun than in the Undercity. People call me a death dealer, but I rarely offer discounts.
So, I mean, in that last game, I mean, the contribution that Oko had really to that game wasn't really that much. So, I mean, I just, I just sometimes just don't get, that'd be funny if they picked my duress. They didn't want me to take their stuff. Ow. That's a dumb move. That's kind of a cool, that's mostly just to slow him down. Like Bantu. So I mean, the big thing is, if you can't get Oko out, a lot of these decks don't have a lot of meat and potatoes behind them. They're a one-trick pony.
Go ahead. Beg for mercy. I'm an artist when it comes to murder.
I don't know if I would have targeted the 3/3. I probably.
I grow bored with this fight.
I don't think I would have played it that way. Seems like a lot of creature wasting for. So I mean, again, unless I just like decks that you have multiple ways to win. So, and again, this deck has 4 Okos in it. So, and even regardless, I mean, there is no, I mean, I could see if there was a card that you could fetch Oko or any of the other, you know, like the cards that can fetch Chandra or any of the other, That would be cool though, because then I'd say, okay, maybe you need to restrict Oko, maybe you need to do something like that. But I mean, it all depends on your draw. So this is a very slow game today. Murmuring Mystic. Oh, how do I hate you? Yeah, once again, you can see that, without Oko and without pulling him, this deck doesn't do much. I mean, there's really nothing it can do. So, I mean, I just really don't see the Oko complaint. Is it a challenge? Yeah. Is it an easy win? It depends if you pull it. I mean, if I pulled Oko right now, things might be a little different. But, unfortunately... Unfortunately, well, the Gilded Goose is going to help a little unless they decide to kill that. Which, if I was them, I'd hopefully have a spell that I could get rid of that Gilded Goose, because now I can create some food tokens and extend this game out a little bit longer. But, Niv Mizzet. I know you want to play it, buddy. I know you're thinking about it. Oh, play it. So again, I mean, I think I'm getting my point across. You might say, oh, well, that deck sucks. Well, I think I deleted all my other ones. Let's take out the black. Oh, I don't want to use Sultai. No. We've already seen that deck is not working. least this deck is a little bit annoying, more annoying with the fairies.
But I'll fight if I must. The cosmos are always in motion. Of my knowledge. All storms subside.
Oh, this has been an interesting game. Again, no Oko, but I don't know why I would have played that. I probably would have played my Shivan Dragon because it's a 5/5 flyer, 4/3. I probably would have played the Shivan Dragon. So again, I mean, Oko Decks, I just, if you don't, it's like that probability of drawing them. I mean, that deck had 4, it had 62 cards. I mean, he didn't even show up. So I think in best of 3 matches, to get 3 matches where Oko is a deciding factor in the overall match, I think is very rare. I mean, if you're doing one and done, yeah, I can see that Oko could be a factor because if you get the probability that you got the golden goose or golden goose and you got Oko and you got the bright mana, yeah, I could see that could be a problem. But I just really, it's the luck of the draw, just like any deck. And I mean, the red deck, the burn decks. I mean, red deck wins. I mean, there's a lot to be said for them too. I mean, unfortunately, thing about meta is when people post decks or when people watch what decks people are playing, it's easy to copy, and uh, with that, you know, you might have to rethink how you do things. So, uh, I just really don't get the old Oko complaint. I mean, I just really don't. But that's enough for my rant about Oko. And I mean, those decks, if I pull them, they win. If I don't, well, you kind of saw the results. So, have a good day, enjoy, and